All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, May 15th, set today by Vlad. I seem to remember he is a particularly fearsome setter. So let's see. Paintbrush demo, suffering small setbacks. So I think it's going to be a phrase meaning sufferings or just small setbacks. But what's paintbrush? Is there another word for a paintbrush? Demo is its own sort of double meaning, like a stroke or dab, something of color. No, let's try the downs. Fancy woman's mustard, you might say. Could it be a homophone with the you might say? Or just, I don't know. What's a fancy woman? Duchess or a lady? And then mustard? Oh, mustard, I suppose, can be like vim or vigor, isn't it? Or you put some mustard on a ball. I wonder if we're supposed to break it after fancy, and it might be something you say, an exclamation like fancy that, but I'm not seeing it. Lacking money in country. Ooh, it might be a country, but I don't see how the wordplay is going to work. A short word for lacking and then something short for money. No. How about de Gaulle's shocked expression, because both sides are wrong? Well, I'm wondering if de Gaulle is simply there as a French person. Oh, I can think of an expression a French person might use. Now, we always see it in English or American films when they have a French person going sacre bleu. If there are any French viewers, do people still say sacre bleu? But how does the word play? I'm thinking it's, I see we have the letters of because. Let's see, we have because. Oh, and I think we have L and R left and right. So because LR are wrong, indicating to anagram those. All right. So now our paintbrush demo. Oh, could suffering be an anagram indicator? And its small setbacks. Let's see, paintbrush is 10 plus 4. And yeah, the answer, well, of course, 15 squared, and we just, it's a funny grid, I think, having so many unclued squares in the top right and bottom left corners. Anyway, I don't think I have enough letters in to work out an anagram of paintbrush demo. I do think we're going to have the in the middle, or sorry, the third word. Something in the or something on the. What are small setbacks? Kicks in the pants? I don't know. How about what's worn by one cycling around? Well, cycling is sometimes used in wordplay, letters cycling within a word. But something that's worn could be a tunic. We do have one. Let's see if that would work. One is the I. And then cycling around, TUNC. I don't think that's cycling going around it. No, I don't like tunic, but something like that. Let's go back to the Downs. How to identify a police horse outside for 3. Maybe it's how to identify. Horse going on the outside could be a GG going around it. Or a nag. Name tag is how to identify, maybe. Oh, and inside the nag, the horse, we have a Met. Met being the Metropolitan Police, okay. How about I've got you different terms. He does have a lot of cheek. Yeah. I've got you. Different could indicate an anagram. Could be, well, I was going to say an anagram of terms plus he. But then we have all this superfluous. I mean, then the other side would be the definition. I've got you seems like part of wordplay. No, and then he does have a lot of cheek. Would that be the definition then? Oh, a hamster. Don't they have big cheeks where they stuff things in? Oh, I do see different terms. Yes, is MSTER is the ending. So how is ha? Oops, hamster. How is HA? I've got you. Oh, is it just because if you exclaim ha, it means I've got you? I think ha can mean a lot of things. If that's it, that seems very loosey-goosey to me. Let me know what you think. All right, let's look at this one. Wimp, married woman, served with court order. Is it going to be wimp? No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be maybe a Latin court order. Of course, it could also be an order in a tennis court, but I can't think of what the umpire might say that's M something M. But I can imagine it might be some Latin. But now what would wimp be in wordplay? What's a short synonym? Married might simply be an M. And then woman could be F for female. It could be she, her. No, I'm not thinking of it. All right, how about budding, musician, finally on the way up? Well, musician finally could be the letter N at the end of musician. Oh, so if budding is the definition, I can think of a word beginning with N would be nascent. And after the N, we have ascent, which is the way up. All right. Working in wraith, that's seemingly nowhere. I think that's the definition at the end, seemingly nowhere. Do we put a word for working? I don't know where or what wraith is. Oh, maybe working in wraith is an anagram. Oh, I see we have thin air. So if somebody disappears into thin air, they go seemingly nowhere. All right. Making some progress. Alternative, accommodation. As house, lease is reviewed. I'm thinking another word for lease is to let. And if that is reviewed or put backwards, we have tell. Oh, and house can be abbreviated to HO, so hotel. Is that alternative accommodation? I suppose it's an alternative to the house that's part of the wordplay, but it's a funny way of defining. I think they could have just said accommodation. I guess the surface of the clue needed something else in there. All right, this looks like something in the something. Yeah, I think we have two phrases with the. In fact, I see the other long ones also have three-letter words. All right, let's try 15. Defends guitarist, 13 band skinhead. Now, is this referring to hotel? Well, a lot of guitarists and rock musicians were banned from hotels. I think defends is going to be the definition. I'm wondering if skinhead is going to be the head letter of skin, and this ends in S, which would support defends being the definition. It's funny, I was watching a Cracking the Cryptic where Simon was solving a Guardian puzzle, which he doesn't do very often. And there was something similar where it was all one word, but you had to break it apart for the wordplay. And he said the Times crossword would not allow that. But the Guardian does seem to be a little more liberal in what it allows the setters to do, which I think makes it a little bit harder, but I really don't know enough about the Times crossword to say for sure. All right, what's a word for defends? Garrisons or guitarist, 13 band. Maybe it's the name of a guitarist and we remove the letters of hotel from it. Who could it be? Django Reinhardt, Phil Manzanera, Robert Quine. I don't know. Who are the... Oh, Gary Moore, maybe. No, not seeing it. Let's go back to the Downs. Political sage. Oh, it ends in an I. I can think of a Swami, maybe would be a sage. But I don't think so. Oh, and in one across we only have one S, so if it is an anagram of paintbrush demo, would have to start with, we already used the S, so one of the other. But what's a word for political? I presume it's a double definition. Now the question mark is making me think there's something funny going on here. Political. No, moolah, stuffed in passage exit, that's irregular. Well, moolah definitely looks very odd, so I'm thinking that's going to be part of the wordplay. I would have spelled moolah with an H at the end, but maybe either I'm wrong or both ways are permissible. So is it moolah itself or another slang term for money? That's stuffed in probably between a word for passage and a word for exit, and it's going to mean irregular. Oh, no, not seeing it. Bend over stream after large amount of drink, then come to grief spectacularly. I'm thinking the first word I think that's going to be an SH or SK, I suppose. Could be an SE. But I am thinking of the phrase crash and burn. How would the wordplay work? Oh, a stream, I think, could be burn, bend, and then what's a large amount of drink? It's after large amount of drink. Oh, I wonder if that could be shandy without the Y, so it's a large amount. Yeah, and then bend over. Where's bend over? We still have the CRA. Well, I like it, but oh, it puts a U at the end of 26 across, which doesn't seem likely. It's comparatively straight before turn later. There is a U in turn. Is it a hidden clue? Oh, retu? No. I'll leave it in for now. Let's go back to the acrosses. 2 gulls and another bird. That's giving me a feeling of deja vu. I think we had a clue, a very similar clue before, but I can't remember what it was. But you put together the names of 2 birds and it formed another bird. That U should be helpful in the middle, something like a guillemot or another bird. And a gull has other meanings besides a seagull or a type of bird. To gull somebody, is that to fool them? To con them? Yeah, I'm not sure. What's happened to American food? I'm thinking of pasta, with the past being what's happened and American being a, and then food is simply pasta. Yeah, possible. All right, how about drawing close to Hyderabad, Indian city I'm touring? Well, touring is very much a wordplay indicator. I think I am is going to go around, maybe around an Indian city. The close or the ending of Hyderabad is a D. So D, and then I can think of a word for a drawing, diagram. Oh yes, the Indian city is Agra. All right. Trouble, poking nurse's rear. I feel like I've just walked into a carry-on film. Something end, maybe? Trouble. Bad end. Poking. Oh, yeah, maybe a word for trouble goes inside a word for nurse, and it is going to mean rear, like back end or something like that. No, don't see it. Bud's gone with setter in temper. Bud's gone. Well, that sounds like wordplay, so the definition then would be at the end, temper. Now, temper can be a verb, to temper expectations, maybe moderate. But bud, and then with setter, of course, could be with me. So Vlad speaking, or it could be his name. Could it be an anagram of Buds and Vlad? That seems very unlikely. Two D's and a U and an A and a V and a B. No, I don't think so. But Buds gone. What's gone telling us? Something off? In temper. Of course, it could be temper as in losing your rag. No, that's the comparatively straight. How about man hanged as result of those seeking privacy? I think those seeking privacy is going to be the definition, or maybe just seeking privacy. But somehow I think it's punningly going to suggest man hanged. I'm wondering if it is something you hang up like curtains to get privacy. But is it something like, see, avoid the something? No. All right, that's all of the acrosses. Let's look at the downs. In hand, most impressive. I'm wondering if it's in poker. Could it simply be, well, it's not top pair or royal flush. It could be top something. Is it something in your hand, a part of the hand? No, not seeing it. Present or present talk about climber said to be off the record. Ooh. I'm thinking off the record might be the definition. I know they use the phrase on background when somebody anonymously gives information. Off the record, in passing, or no, not seeing it. Deputy with president in capital. I think it's going to be a capital city, and we're going to form it from a deputy, something short, like SIC, second in command, or, and then something, it could be the name of a president, a short one, Ford. No. Can I think of a capital with M as the third letter? How do you spell Mombasa? No, I'm not seeing it. Bird goes round picking up drugs and used rubber. Okay. I think used rubber, as in erased, will be the definition. Removed. Yeah, and with the name of a bird going around picking up drugs, maybe some short thing for drugs backwards. If that's right, if it is a past tense for used rubber, then that would be a D. And then that could be something and something. Man hanged as a result of those seeking privacy. Doesn't seem like an and phrase. Okay. Feel bad about 50s king and queen. I think it's going to be a queen, and we're going to have a word for feel bad. Now, 50s king. Oh, is that going to be George? Was George the king until Elizabeth took over? I'm thinking for feel bad, Rue. So then it would be R-U-G-R, Ruger. I don't think so. Now, is there another? Well, of course, Elvis was king in the 50s, but what is a king? A queen could be Ren, R-E-I-N-E, but I don't see that working. Feel bad ink. No, I like R-U, but queen? Is there another meaning? No, not saying it. How about woman's correct over husband? Well, over husband makes me think we're going to end with an H, and we're going to have a word for correct, which could be the verb. Oh, to edit can be to correct, and we have Edith. I like that. Oh, and that does support this being something and. Ooh, it's comparatively straight. Well, adieu before turn. Oh, I'm thinking later is something you might say to someone when you're leaving, and adieu might be. Ah, yes. So the expression as straight as a die. So a die is comparatively straight before a U-turn. My goodness, that's very clever. Yeah, I like that one a lot. All right, ooh, now we get H something N. Well, that must be C, S, P. Man hanged as a result of those seeking privacy. Shrinking violets. What else could come there? No. All right, well, we made it through, but very few, so I think I did think when I got a few in that maybe it wouldn't be that bad, but no, this is pretty bad. All right, well, at least we're getting close to the point where I can start checking answers. Wimp, married woman. Okay, let me pause and think about words for a wimp. Ah, okay, I was thinking the definition was a court order. I looked through a list of legal phrases, didn't see anything, and then looked at phrases for wimp and mama's boy. So married woman served with court order. Well, I know there is a thing in Britain, an ASBO, that a juvenile delinquent might be served with an ASBO if they're a nuisance to social order. I'm not sure exactly what ASBO is. So thinking married woman, is it ma'am or... I don't know where the Y is coming in though. Served with court order, the ASBO. Served with, maybe it means putting inside, but yeah, let's check this one. It is correct. Yeah, I do not see that at all. Let's see if that helps with the political sage. No, not seeing it. I think I may have to resort to wordplays.com and see what they have. I should have got this because it has come up several times, and I'm sure the incidence of it has risen greatly since Rishi Sunak became Prime Minister, but Rishi is a Hindu guru. All right, now our moolah, stuffed in passage, exit, that's irregular. Ooh, I'm thinking of anomalous. Oh, I'm not sure I would have known how to spell it. We do have moolah. O-M-A-L-O, which is stuffed. Oh my goodness. The passage exit is the anus. Oh my God, I don't think you'd get that in the Times. Anyway, that is irregular. All right. So let's try our defense. Guitarist, 13 band, and then I think the S is the skinhead. Garrulous, but there's no definition of garrulous there. All right, I'm going to have to look at word plays again. Well, I see garrisons. Did I even say that earlier? But how does that work? Yeah, unless it's the letters of guitarist minus something, but even then, no, not seeing it. Oh, could it be George Harrison? Maybe. With 13 band, some hotel. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Let's check it. It is correct. All right, let's try. Oh yeah, let's try the anagram helper now that I have some of the letters. Now I'm just guessing the is in there, but it seems likely. Oh, something. Oh, bumps in the road, of course. Yes, those are small setbacks. It is in the road, right? Yep. All right, so now our fancy woman's mustard. Oh, I was going to say bun in the oven, but it's not. Fancy woman's mustard. Oh, your fancy woman could be called your bit on the side. Yes, and so mustard could be a bit on the side of your dinner plate. It's a bit of a stretch, but I think it just amuses me to see the phrase fancy woman. And then, of course, there's also a fancy man. Oh, some British show, they accuse some very dowdy spinster of having a fancy man. But anyway, what's worn by one? Well, I'm going to go ahead with tunic, and we'll check it. It is correct. By one cycling. Oh, I think it is what I said earlier about cycling being wordplay, and I think this is very tricky. So one thing is a unit, and we cycle the T of unit to the start, and then around is circa. Ay, ay, ay. Very tricky. All right. Ooh, so I'm wondering if lacking could be minus, and then money is M in US. I think that's plausible. Now we're at 2 gulls and another bird. Oh, I should be able to get this. 2 gulls and another bird. I'm not seeing it. I'm going to have to cheat and look at wordplays.com. Ah, all right. The bird is a sapsucker. And I think I said I thought gull was to cheat somebody, but I think a gull is actually the mark, the subject of a con who might be a sucker or a sap. Ah, clever. All right, so I don't think I've seen that one before. Now, in hand, well, I think that well, it could be tip, but I'm thinking top, most impressive, something like top drawer. Well, why in hand? Top. No, not seeing it. How about present talk about climber, said to be off the record? Is it a pun on records, EP, or disc? Oh, there is a phrase to tell somebody something in confidence or in... Oh, how about in private? I'm not sure how it's going to work, but let's put it in and see. Present talk about climber. Climber, of course, could be an ivy, but no, I'm going to go ahead and check it. It is correct, but I don't fully understand that. All right, how about our trouble poking nurse's rear? All right, it's not back end, tail end? Ah, yes, so nurse is to tend, and trouble is ail. All right, I like it. Here's our bird, goes round picking up drugs and used rubber. Yeah, I still think it's going to be something for erased or OT or... but a bird is... What's bird? Is it going to be like robin or... Now, I think I'm going to reveal this one. I do need to be moving, unfortunately, so I can't stay and spend a lot of time on this. Retread. Oh, all right, that is not what I was thinking. I'm not sure is this still a thing in the UK? I do remember that you could buy tires that instead of being brand new rubber, they would be made from recycled rubber, retread. There was a Irish brand, Kilkenny Remolds, Fit Kilkenny Remolds saved the day. So let's see, our bird goes around picking up drugs. What is the bird? I don't see that, or even the... I know E is a drug, but picking up drugs, no. All right. Now how about our feel bad about 50s king and queen? No, no. Ooh, but this looks very doable now. Kampala? Kumpala, is it? K-U-M? I don't know if that's right or not. No, Kampala. Okay. So let's see. Deputy with president. I don't see the wordplay in that. Nope. All right, this one is looking like it's going to be and. But what is that? Something E, let me just check. Edith. That's correct. And that one is correct. So what is that word? Let me pause and think about that. Oh my goodness. I think it is going to be Harry and Meghan, those seeking privacy. So man hanged, I can see that's sort of an anagram. Where's the Y coming from? Man hanged. Oh, man hanged is an anagram of and Meghan. And so this is one of those clues where the answer provides the wordplay. Or partial, because you have to harry the letters of and Meghan to get man hanged as a result of the answer. Wow, that is just an extra level of difficulty that I'm afraid I am not up to at this point in my crossword solving career. All right, so now, so it's not going to be rue. Feel bad about 50s king and queen. Well, maybe feel bad is the definition. 50s king and queen. Now I'm going to reveal it. Ruler. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I just fell into the very basic trap of reading 50s king as going together. But it is rue is feel bad, and it goes around L for 50. Now 50s I think is a little cheeky, but then we have R for king, and you get a ruler who could be a queen. I think the question mark suggests, well, a queen is not the only kind of ruler. Yikes. Okay, Bud's gone with setter in temper. Oh, I wonder if it could end in me, so an AME ending in temper. But then what is Bud's gone? And it's going to mean to temper, to moderate. So I'm going to reveal it. No, palliate. Oh, okay, so Bud is pal, and gone is late. Somebody who has passed on, they're gone, they are the late something. With setter is I inside it. And I think I mainly know palliative, as in palliative care. All right. So now our in hand. Oh, I wonder if it could be top banana. But why in a hand? I think I would have said in bunch, most impressive, but let's check it. It is correct. All right, let's check all. Everything is still there. That check all button confused Simon when he was doing the Guardian crossword. I suppose it's different from the times where they show how many errors you have. In the Guardian, a letter just disappears if it's wrong. All right, let's check 15 squared. All right, today's blog is by Menehi. Challenging solve, a lot of tricky parsing, that's true. I think I did better on the acrosses. Yes, tunic is a cycling of unit plus C for around. Mama is M is married plus Amy. Oh. All right. Around, oh, the ASBO stands for antisocial behavior order. Okay. Fortunately, I had heard about it, so I was able to get into it. But yeah, that married plus Amy, that is very tricky. And then Garrison's, oh, it is George Harrison is the guitarist. Yeah, and Garrison as a verb did throw me a little bit. Minus H for hotel plus the head of Skinhead. All right, okay. I think that's fair, but just difficult. Now the downs, let's see. Harry's, so if Harry and Meghan were wordplay in a crossword clue, the result could be man hanged. Yeah, very tricky. So then the downs, there were a lot of them I didn't quite get. So yeah, ha is an exclamation of triumph. I find that a bit much. Let's see, 10. Arc is bend, which is reversed, okay, plus burn was the stream. Yes, I think I got the burn and the shandy, but I didn't see an arc is a, or a bend is an arc, all right. Oh, I didn't know a hand is a term for a bunch of bananas. Okay, but I think that's tricky. In private, in is in attendance or present, and prate is talk. It's a very archaic, well, I've seen it in books written maybe the 1930s or 50s. I wouldn't think it's used much nowadays. Oh, and then climber said to be is IV. I did notice the IV, but I didn't work out it was a homophone. Oh, of course, deputy with president is Kamala, with P for president added inside. That's very tricky that you read deputy and we're supposed to think of Kamala Harris. All right. Then retread is an old used car tire. And darter is a bird, which is reversed with the drugs picked up. Ay. All right, I found that quite tricky. And I think, yeah, everyone considers Vlad to be one of the tougher setters. All right, well, thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.